Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in this video, we will be talking about the footprint chart and more specifically on how you can read the footprint chart. Now this video is part one of two-part videos where this one is more targeted for the beginner audience and the second part will be the more advanced version. So if you don't want to miss that second part, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Now let's get going. So let's start off with the very basics. What is the footprint chart? As you can see here on the screen, this is my footprint chart, which I have made on a video. It should pop out right there on the corner, somewhere over there. So this is my footprint chart I made in a video of mine. And in the most basic terms, the footprint chart is all the market orders on the sell and buy side that print. Okay, so the footprint chart is showing us all the market orders. That's it. That is in the most plain terms what the footprint chart is. It shows us what happens inside the candlesticks. So it gives us an insight into price action. Okay, so that is what the footprint chart is. So here we have the two charts side by side. These are both today's markets, and if I just click here, you can see that on the right it is that specific point in time, and if we go back a bit, you can see now we're here. Okay, so it is showing us what is happening inside the candlesticks right there. It is giving us insight. Why is this so important? Oftentimes I hear candlestick chart traders talk about use terms like strength and absorption, which in all honesty, you can only really gauge those two things, and specifically the strength of a move, you can only really gauge that with order flow. And I do really think that the footprint chart is the best way to really analyze the strength of a move, when it comes to price action. So now we have a basic reason why we even want to look at the footprint chart, because it shows us the details inside the candlesticks. Okay. So let's go over the structure of the footprint and how do we actually read this chart. All right. So each footprint is the left section here. The right section is the delta, which we're going to go through that as well, but the left sections, as you can see here, are the footprints. So I'm asking you now to focus on that alone. So this footprint chart here is bid, right? I wish I could write with a mouse. I actually just can't. Bid X ask. Okay. Now there are other footprint types such as volume delta, but this is the most common type. So bid X ask or bid and ask. And what that basically means is that the left columns, which you can see here, sorry about these arrows, it's actually so hard to do with the mouse. The left columns you see are the bids. So these are the aggressive sellers, okay? The market sell orders, all right? And you can see some of them are red in color. This clarifies it a bit. And the right columns, this is the ask, also known as the offer. Okay, so these are the aggressive or the market buy orders. All right, and you can see some of those are green. So that's the most basic thing you really need to know. The left side is the sell side and the right side is the buy side. Okay, how the footprint chart works is that it shows us all of the market orders that print on every price level. Okay. If I zoom in, you can see that each tick, it prints numbers. Each tick has its own market orders that print on the footprint. So every single market order that goes through the exchange prints on the footprint. All right. And as you might already see, we have these highlighted numbers here. These ones are red because they are the aggressive sellers again. This is one of the main reasons why we even look at the footprint chart, is because we get these highlighted numbers. Now, these are called imbalances. And as the name suggests, it's very easy to kind of conclude what this means. It is an imbalance between the buy and the sell side, okay? And in this case, it is the sell side imbalance, which basically just means that there were sellers certain amount more than there were buyers. And in this specific chart, it should be about 3.5. So every time you see an imbalance in this chart, it means that there were 3.5 times more orders on that price level than the diagonal counterpart. Okay, price always works diagonally. It's very important to keep that in mind. So it is comparing the diagonal numbers here. Okay, this is the most basic footprint setting also. Now, in some charts you can see, maybe some people, they put it horizontal, but I think this is wrong. So the most basic setting is to have it diagonal. And what do these highlighted numbers, these imbalances, actually mean? And why is this so important? This comes back to what the footprint really is, and what it really shows us is the intent. So why are these imbalance numbers so important, and why do we actually even look at them? As I said before, the footprint shows us the aggressive market participants. So if you think logically, we have imbalances. So there's an imbalance of sellers coming in compared to the buyers. So what does this mean in terms of that aggression? It means that the sellers are more aggressive. Okay, that's what that means. So if you are planning on selling, this is something important you would probably want to see, right? You want to see aggressive sellers coming in when you're selling, because this is confirming your bias, and you're already starting to see how the footprint is really used when you're trading. The footprint works best when you use it to confirm or, deny your bias, basically. And just looking at these imbalance numbers is not enough, though. You have to look at them in specific places, because, if we just go forward a bit, we can start to see imbalances in multiple candles. So if you just look at imbalances anywhere, you can basically see them in not every footprint, but you can see in most of the footprints there is at least one imbalance. So it's very important to understand that we don't look at these imbalances individually. Okay, you should really look at these imbalances when you are about to enter the market. And obviously, once you're in the trade, you want to monitor the trade. And one of the ways you do that is that you look at the imbalances again. So imbalances really is one of the main ways we use the footprint chart, or I specifically use the footprint chart, because it shows me the imbalances very quickly. And one of the main things you really want to see when you have entered the market is you want to see stacked imbalances, right? This is so important. You want to see stacked imbalances happen on consecutive footprints, if at all possible. You want to see if multiple footprints have stacked imbalances, because this is showing you very clear strength difference between the buyers and the sellers. And actually, this is an interesting example here, because there were 0 sellers that printed on these price levels. You can see that none of these numbers are imbalances, but they are actually imbalances because there's an imbalance, right? But because there's 0 sellers in this footprint here, none of the imbalances actually trigger. It doesn't trigger the color. Now, the second important thing we use the footprint for is we look at the delta, right? So the delta is down here, and it is also up here, right? So now we're talking about the right section here on each footprint, right? What is the delta, you may ask? Delta is the difference between the buyers and the sellers, okay? You can pause the screen, you can pause the video, and you can look at every price level available. So if you want to do this test, you can pause the video and look at each price level, right? You can see here we have 0 sellers and 44 buyers. So the delta is going to be positive 44. And this applies to every price level, right? Every price level has a delta. It is the difference between the buyers and the sellers. And if I just bring the chart back a bit like this, now you can actually see what the boxes here are. We have delta, delta change, max delta, min delta, and delta percentage. If you're more interested in these, I recommend you go watch that footprint tutorial. I think I go over what these are in there. So I'm not really gonna, this is quite specific already. So I'm not really gonna get into this right now. I think this is slightly too advanced, I think. Might be something I cover in the advanced video. So we have imbalances and we have the delta, and the delta is basically showing us exactly what the imbalance is also telling us, right? When you've entered the market, or when you're thinking about entering the market, you really want to see strong delta, right? You want to see strong delta, and you also want to see some, sorry, just drew over that. You want to see some strong imbalances, right? This is good one. This is quite a good one here. We have minus 710. So you can start to see here how we can use the footprint chart to confirm our bias. And it works on the other way as well. Once you have entered the market, it's very important to look for the opposite side strength. So if you sold the market, for example, today I sold, I made some money, live on air actually. If you're interested in watching me stream and trade and stream, make sure to go and look at the top comment below. There's a link to my free trading Discord as well as my Kick. So go look at the comments. So you have sold the market, right? And you're looking for the sell side strength. So you're looking for the delta, right? You're looking for the imbalances. You want to use this information to gauge on how far you can take the trade, okay? You should always try to maximize your profits, and the way you do that is that you just leave the trade running, right? You don't close it when you don't have to. So you gauge the footprint chart on the strength, right? You can see where we have a really strong level here, minus 311 on one price level here. And what you also do is you look at the opposite side strength. Now, we can see we have some absorption right here. Again, this is slightly more advanced. So we're going to go through the absorption in the advanced version, or the second part of the video. But I think this is a good example to talk about the opposite side strength. We can see a lot of sellers in, basically all the footprints here. And the only thing really is missing are the buyers, right? No one is really buying the market. As you can see, it's quite weak, right? So if you sold the market, this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a lack of buyers, okay? And this comes with time. Monitoring and analyzing the footprint chart is going to take a lot of time to learn how to do properly, okay? This is not something you can just instantly just become good at. It's actually going to take, I would say, hundreds of hours, honestly, right? At least 100 hours. It's at least going to take 100 hours to really be able to read the footprint in a way where you can almost like predict what might happen next, because you become so attuned to what you're seeing, right? And that's what we're going to go through in the advanced video. So don't expect to just be able to pick it up very fast and, even to have any real results quickly. Okay, so I've been talking now quite a long time, and I think it's a good time to actually talk about what is the practical use for the footprint chart, okay? Personally, I don't think you should base your strategy on the footprint chart. This is what I think scalpers would probably like to do. I don't promote scalping. I think it's too risky. I personally think that the footprint its best use is to, number one, you use it to enter the market, and number two, you use it to monitor your trade. That is when I think it becomes the most, one of the most valuable tools, really. So that's what I think the footprint chart is the best at, or what you should probably, think about using it for, is to get your entries, and number two, to use it to monitor your ongoing trades. Now, obviously, you do need some other charts as well to do that, but those are the two things I think it's the most useful for. Now, absolutely, I do not recommend that you base your trading strategy based on the footprint chart. I think that would be a mistake, but some people is probably going to do it anyway. And just lastly, I think it's very important to talk about this. What are some of the most common mistakes you might fall into if you're not very familiar with the footprint chart? The number one biggest mistake I have personally made in my trading career is to get tunnel visioned on the footprint chart, meaning that you only take in what the footprint chart is giving you and you completely ignore all the other charts you use. You ignore your strategy, you ignore the fundamentals, and you ignore all the other factors. And this is a big mistake because sometimes the footprint chart will deceive you, okay? And it's very important that you don't tunnel vision on the footprint chart, and you always want to keep in mind the bigger picture, okay? So the higher time frames. And the second most common mistake I think beginners will make is that they ignore what the footprint chart is telling them intentionally, okay? So sometimes when we're in this trade where we, start to lose money, we start to hope that price returns to us. And in these cases, it is very important to stay objective and look at the strength, right? You want to actually gauge the strength of the move, and you need to objectively say to yourself, is it too much, right? Is the strength too much you can tolerate, right? And in those cases, you must exit, okay? You have to exit. You have to objectively read or even understand what the footprint chart is trying to tell you. Always remember that these are the market orders that print. This is not some fake indicator stuff. So you should never ever ignore the numbers, right? When you're in a trade and the trade goes against you and you start to see some really strong numbers coming from the other side, you don't want to ignore that, okay? There's no place for hope. You want to stay purely objective. That's the only way you're really going to make this work. And that's been it. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the second part. And let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed the video, all right? Thanks for watching.